Alright, hey guys, this is Primitive Survival with William Macy. Today I'm going to talk about the Atlatl. Alright, so the Atlatl, it's a really neat weapon or tool. I like to call them tools because you can use them for more things than just killing animals or defending if you're in that prepper standpoint. Yeah, it's real simple. You have two things. You have your Atlatl, and then you have your dart. I have two darts here. One is made out of, this one is made out of maple, and the bottom one is made out of sea willow. So I'm going to run down some really basics on the Atlatl. If you're just getting started, hopefully I can help you. Alright, so this is the dart, not the Atlatl. The Atlatl, this is the Atlatl right here. This is the dart, and on the Atlatl you have your handle. So my handle is 2 finger holes, and then there's a little grip for your fingers down there. And then there's the board part right here, which I carved mine out, so there's a little channel. And then you have the spur. This part, and this part. There's only 3 parts: the handle, the neck part or board, and then the spur. That's the 3 components that make it up. You can do those many different styles. You can have a hammer grip style where you just hold it like a hammer. You can do fingers with wood holes, or you can do leather loops. You can have thick board like this. You can have more of a paddle where it's wider than this and thin, or you can do really thin and flexible. And then you have your spur, where you can either be carved in like I did, or you can tie and glue on bone or other pieces of wood, or if you really got creative, you can do a rock. But this is mine. It's carved in spur, carved out board piece, and then a wooden handle with 2 finger holes. And yeah, that's the simplicity of an Atlatl. I made this in like half a day. I started at breakfast time and I ended at lunchtime, and that's the Atlatl. And the only power tool I used was not a chainsaw, sorry, was a drill to drill these holes right here. And which you don't have to do that. I just haven't made any bone drills yet or stone drills yet. But if you have finger holes that are wood or even leather, what you do is you put your fingers through it, and then your first joint should just be on the outside and your second joint should be on the outside. So the part that you're going to be holding with will be this section right here, this middle part of your finger. You put it in there. If you do just the tip, you won't get any power. If you really stick your fingers in there and try to get right here, you're going to lose way too much power and you're going to be really sloppy. So you put it right in the middle of your finger, right there, and you can pinch the top and lay flat on the bottom. And that's where you're going to get all your control and power from. Alright, so, oh yeah, so if you don't have these finger holes, you can grip it like a hammer, just like this, and there you go. That's how you hold it. Now, throwing style is going to be a little different from your style of Atlatl. Finger holes like this, so you're kind of doing more like a flick, and the hammer, you're going to be like you're banging a hammer. Yeah, now let's talk about the dart. Alright, the dart. This one is the maple. This one is about a little over 6 feet tall, and there's a 4-shaft on it. If I can change my points out. Wrapped with artificial sinew. And then the thin part is over here, which is very important. That the thick is up here and the thin is down where your fletching is. But these are turkey feather fletching, artificial sinew again, and then your little knock hole where your spur goes into. So this Atlatl dart kind of has a swoop to it, so I have to reheating it out over the coals, but it still throws really good, even being kind of bent. And so yeah, that's good dart. They range from anywhere from like 5 feet to 8 feet long. It just depends on what you're going to be doing and your style of Atlatl. So if you're going to try to be doing stuff in a kayak or a canoe, you can use something that fits. You can move around a little bit, so maybe something a little shorter. If you're on the ground, you can use something longer because you can move better. But yeah, so just your preference. I kind of like the 6 foot long ones. I feel they get a little bit better flex in them, and but it is harder to find long, straight, and kind of thinner pieces, because I'm trying to look for stuff that's as big as like my middle or pointer finger for the Atlatls. But this one goes from thumb to pinky size, which is fine, and that will probably be very common size to find out in the woods. Yeah, so there's the basics of the dart, the fletching, the knot hole, and then the tip, which can be just a regular inset tip like this, so no foreshaft, or you can use something a little fancier and put a foreshaft in. Alright, so now the basics of throwing. So if you're going to do a hammer grip Atlatl, which you can still do with this if you want to do it quick, what you do is I designed mine so you can just slide it in, but you can do it where you kind of have to watch it and set it in gently. But I prefer it where you can just put it on, slide it up, and it's in. Alright, so the dart is connected now. And then what you do for the pistol grip is you squeeze it like, not a pistol, a hammer grip. You squeeze it and then you set it on top of your 3 fingers. Your finger goes on top and you can kind of pinch the side with your thumb. Just like that. And you step back, whoop. See, the flatter the spur you have, the little easier it is for the dart to pop off too. Right, so you're gripping it. Make sure to put pressure on that spur with the dart. Pull it up about to your ear or just behind your ear. And what you're going to do is you're going to throw it forward and kind of drop down, and it unhooks. About right here is where it unhooks, so then it's just all follow through. Whoop. Alright, some people like to just stand still, and then some people like to kind of step forward with it. Me, it depends on where what I'm standing on in the terrain. Usually I just kind of stand still and just kind of like almost throw my leg up. Alright, here we go. So pinch it, put pressure on the spur with your dart, that way it doesn't come unhooked. Bring it up and forward. Alright, that's how you throw with the hammer grip. Alright, now we're going to do it with the finger grip. So what you're going to do is you're going to have finger holes like this. You're going to have 2 loops. Just put your fingers in the loops, so that way the Atlatl sits right in between, in the middle of your finger. You can pinch it real nice and go flat. Then you put 2 fingers right there, and your thumb's free. What your thumb's going to do is your thumb is going to hold down the dart. So again, put it onto the spur, just like that. And now it's connected, and you put your dart on top of your 2 fingers down there, and in between these 2 fingers. And you pinch it with your thumb, Voila, just like that. If you're gonna move around a little bit, you can put your, let's see, what finger, your ring finger up on top for a little more like stability, I guess, for a little bit. But I don't really do that too much. I usually just do my thumb, or I'll just hold the dart and then slide it in. Alright, so you're holding it, you come back, you pull the dart up to your ear, or like just behind it. Mine kind of varies. I'm still zeroing in, but it usually ends up being in there somewhere. And what you're going to do is you just kind of like flick with your wrist. You slide it on, pull up to your ear, and just like that, you can throw it. Alright. So yeah, you can vary your darts, you can change your atlatls, and just find out what works best for you. And yeah, if you're having problems with any of this, I'm going to make another video on the Atlatl Troubleshooting. So if your dart is falling down or it's not staying in place, I'll tell you how to fix that. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you found some good information out of this on how to use the Atlatl properly and some of the components that it uses. Alright, thank you.